Hello everyone. Today we are learning how to convert liters into milliliters and milliliters back into liters. Alright, so in the video posted on Edmodo by Mrs. Asim, you must have seen that the basic conversion um, scale is something like this. 1 liter is equals to 1,000 milliliters, right? So this is the basic conversion scale that we are going to use to perform all the other conversions. Now let's suppose a question given to you is something like this. 3.5 okay, let's start with an easier one. Let's suppose 3 liters is equals to how many milliliters, right? Let's suppose this is question that you are given. So what you know that 1 liter is equals to 1000 milliliters, and 3 liters, what you're going to do is you're going to multiply 3 with 1000. We all know how that would be, right? So this here is our answer, 3000 milliliters. Now this was an easier method. Why? Because this was whole numbers, and we know that if you want to convert a whole number back into whole number, we just simply multiply it. But what if you had a decimal? Let's suppose 3.5 liters, and what if you had, let's suppose, a fraction? Right? So in either cases, you might not know how to solve these, right? Now for those, what we are going to do is, let's solve question number 2 over here, which is 3.5 liters into how many milliliters. Now 3.5 we already know is something like this. Now you must have learned how to multiply thousands and hundreds and tens to a number, right? So the number of zeros that we have 3 zeros over here, 1 2 3. The decimal moves 3 places forward when we are multiplying a number, right? So let's suppose 3.5 is multiplied by 1000. How many zeros do we have here? We have 1 2 and 3. So the decimal is going to move 1 2 and 3 positions, right? So, and you're going to fill in zeros in between. So your answer will now be 3500, right? So this will be your answer. Let's do one more example of such sorts. Let's suppose you have another question that says something like this. Again, 18.9 liters, you know that when you going to convert this into milliliters, you're going to have to multiply it with 100, with 1000. So 18.9 multiplied by 1000. Again, similarly, there are 3 zeros here as well, so the decimal will move 3 positions to the right. So which will be 1 2 and 3, right? And you're going to fill in zeros with the rest of the numbers in the rest of the places. So you will have 189 0 and 0, right? So this is how you convert if you have decimals and if you want to convert them into milliliters, right? Now once we're done with this, if you have any queries, let us know. We'll solve for a little more examples for this. But for a fraction, now let's do fractions. Now since this is 1 upon 4, and we all know how to convert fractions into decimals, which is something like this. The denominator is the guard, it stays outside, and the numerator is the guest, it goes inside, right? And if this number is smaller than this number, then what do? We add a 0 point over here, and we add a 0 over here. Now 4, there is no 10 in 4's table, so we go a number smaller than that, and 4 twos is 8, right? 10 minus 8 is 2. Okay, now since there is a decimal here already, we can add another 0 over here. 4 5 times is 20. So now we know that 1.1 upon 4 is 0.25 liters, right? So solving fractions is a little tricky. Why? Because you first have to convert them into decimals and then you can do the rest of the conversions. Now once you've converted the fraction into decimals, you can do it similarly to this method. Let's do it. 0.25, you have to convert it into milliliters, so you're going to multiply it with 1000, right? 3 zeros, so 3 spacings to the left or to the right. So this will again become something like this: 1, 2 and 3, right? So 1 0 over here, this will become 250, and your answer for this is 250 ml, right? So this is how we converted whole numbers, decimals and fractions from liters to milliliters. I hope this video helped you people. In the next video we are going to convert milliliters into liters.